All right, it's about that time. It's time for the Remax Magnolia Show with myself, Curtis Pope. And this week, look at this. We got James back.
Yeah.
It seems like it was only yesterday you were here.
Yeah, it could have been yesterday that I was here. Indeed.
It's been a while, but you jumped up the rotation, I guess, because everybody's off in Vegas, aren't they?
Yeah, people are out at the big Remax conference in Vegas, and they don't invite me to things like that anymore.
He's banned from Vegas.
After that time in 2019.
Now, actually, it's a big deal for you guys in the Remax Magnolia office because one of your compadres there is shaving her head.
She is Christine Allen. She was it last weekend? All the weekends flood together. I think 2 weekends ago, she had a big fundraiser, and she got all this money together, and she made her goal. And so, if she made her goal, she has to shave her head in front of 10,000 people in Las Vegas.
Now, did Michelle win? Is she the one who had the biggest donation?
I actually don't know.
Because Michelle was really adamant that she wanted to be the one to shave Christine's head.
I wanted to shave Christine's head, but I didn't. I don't get to either. But I can't wait to see her with her shaved head because she's always got this beautiful long hair and now she'll have a beautiful bald head.
You see, I have scars. I couldn't do that. It's a good thing I have a full head of hair still.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I did. There's a few scars from sports over the years and things like that. So, good on her for doing that.
Yeah. If we talk more about her bald head, I'm going to have some scars on my head, too.
Well, I said to Michelle, I go, why aren't you doing this? You got such thick hair.
Yeah.
And it would grow back so quick. And she's like...
I'd love to see that. Yeah.
She's like, no.
Michelle, I don't know. Could Michelle do it? Yeah, literally Michelle can do anything.
Oh, then she'd be wearing all kinds of wigs and stuff. And
she'd like... I want to see her with like a Dolly Parton wig, like a big...
She was close.
Giant.
She came in here a few weeks back, and it was windy out, and it was 1989 all over again.
Nice.
It was fantastic. And, of course, I was, really polite, and I didn't make a point of teasing her about it all.
Well, you should have just played Jolene or something.
Yeah, no, I made fun of her the whole show about her hair. All right, well, today you're in here, so, I didn't even ask you, what are we... Obviously, we're talking real estate, but what are we talking about today?
Well, I mean, lately, what I've been doing and I had a passion for lately is open houses. To me, there's no better way to meet the people in the community than to throw a fantastic open house. And so what I did, a while back is I took a day and I went to 20 open houses.
That's a lot.
That's a lot in one day. So I have this routing software from back when I used to deliver stuff, and I put all the open houses on that day into this routing software, and it routed me so that I could maximum efficiency and threw myself through each one, and I went and seen 20 open houses around Abbotsford, just to get a sense of what people are doing, and from that I gained some. I gained some education onto what to do with an open house.
Yeah, because I've been to many open houses too. My wife loves going to open houses, especially when we're looking for a new house.
Yes.
But there's some things. There's kind of some things you should do, and probably some things that you're better off not doing. And I imagine it does take some time and energy to really do it properly.
It does. I mean, when I do one, I'm usually up at 7, and I have a checklist that usually starts around 8 on a Saturday, let's say, for an 11 o'clock open house. So I'm literally starting work on this open house at around 8 o'clock. A lot of people think the realtor just sort of arrives, opens the door, pulls the clipboard out of the bag, and then that's what an open house is. But I think as professionals, you want to put your best foot forward. The people are taking their time out of their day, and they're excited. This is their journey. It's in the people the consumers, the people who want to buy, it's their journey. They really want to be impressed. They like when you go to a car lot, if you were just to go to a brown bag car lot and there's a car, take it for a ride, there's no fun in that. There's no joy in that. So I feel responsible for making their time better. And so that's what I got from my trip around town, is that people really want to have a good time when they're there. And I feel that the people you're working for, the homeowners, they probably want you to invite these people into their home with some warmth, with some fun, with instead of just opening the door, we have like a nice table at the entrance that basically has all the information about the home you could ever want. We take your name and number because then we can follow up and we can actually do the work that's involved helping you get more information down the road. Then we take for an actual tour around the house, because to just let the people go through the house, I mean, you don't know what's cool and what's not. You don't know what's behind that locked door. Well, I can explain that. Or you don't know all of what this house has to offer. And so I like to make it like a grand tour, like welcome to my own house. When you have friends over from when you're, when you just get a new house and you have friends over, well, you say, let's go on the tour, and you show them your house. So this is what we like to do is make it grand, make it bold, make it big. Like when you first come up to a house, you don't just have a house, let's make it look like a party. It's not a party, but let's make it look like that at least. Let's give it some pizzazz. Let's get some balloons on things. Let's have a giant balloon on the top of my car, right?
So you can make sure you can find the open house.
That's right. And if the car seems to be hovering 25 feet above the house, well,
you put too much air in it.
You put too much air in
and the wrong
balloon.
kind of air.
Have you been to any good open houses? Like what experience as a consumer would you have?
Well, one of the things that always strikes me, and it's happened a few times over the years, when you walk into the open house and for whatever reason that realtor decides that they want to bake some chocolate chip cookies or something, because you get that smell when you walk in the house and it takes you back to your childhood, whatever, that smell of chocolate chip cookies baking.
Yes.
And it just feels homey. So all of a sudden you're like, this could feel like home, right? It gives you that little bit of a nudge to look at the house a little closer and feel more comfortable and confident there.
Nice.
So that's always nice. Having the real estate agent, engaged and want to talk about the different rooms and things like that, and explain, maybe this room was recently renovated, or maybe the kitchen was completely renovated a year ago, or the roof was just fixed a year ago. It's one thing to look at the sheet because you might miss that, but when they're telling you all this stuff and explaining it, it just gives it that little bit of an extra, something.
Yeah. I find like I think like there's a way to go to an open house too. Like I've been to many of them as a consumer, as a buyer, and it's fun. Like when an open house comes in your neighborhood, go and see it. Like it's really cool, and we want you to. We want the neighbors to come by and see the place, unless of course some of the homeowners don't want their neighbors to come out. But that's a very, very slim thing, and besides, they won't know. So if you see an open house in your neighborhood, for sure, come on by. Grab some friends. Come on. There's usually some treats there, so you will at least get rewarded with a bag of peanuts. Or
It's funny you mentioned though, like that they won't be there, because probably the worst open house me and my wife ever walked into. For whatever reason, the family didn't feel the need to leave. So you walk into the open house, you meet the real estate agent, and the family's in the living room, laying on the couch, eating potato chips, watching the football game.
That gets awkward.
It was real awkward, real fast.
It's like, can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, it's like, hi. All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say to them? Like, do you want to move?
Just as the real estate is taking us up the show. By the way, the family's here, and there's the family. You're like, hi. And they're not even helping out. They just got their feet kicked up. We're just going to go through your stuff now. And,
I'm going to go through every room of your house. Hopefully they put their clothes away. I'm
going to go through your medicine cabinet and everything else now. Well, you're right in here. Just because if it's going to be awkward, I'm going to make it worse.
Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
That's right. So that was an example of really what not to do. That one still, me and my wife laugh about that one. Remember that time there's that entire family just sitting around watching TV at the open house?
Yes. Yikes. No, but you go to the neighbor's place, like go see your neighbors, because then you get a sense of what your house can sell for, because you've seen what their house looks like inside, and you've got the little MLS sheet to show you how much their place is worth. Well, now you can extrapolate what yours might be worth, and then also oftentimes the person doing the open house may actually be the realtor for that neighborhood, and then you can have a relationship with them as well. So waking up in the morning as the consumer, as the person wanting to go to open houses, I find it's great to, a couple days beforehand, you can always find the dates and times of the open houses. So plot them beforehand. Go and see 10. Take it from me. Going to see 20 was actually a little bit of fun. It was a challenge because I started at 11. I ended at 4, and I saw 20 houses, and it was a real challenge. And I met a lot of cool people, which is great. And a lot of conversations. You never know what you're going to run into. And you see a lot of stuff. They all just kind of blur together after a while. But maybe you don't have to see 20, but maybe you could put 8. Even if you're not that interested in moving, it's kind of fun to get the whole route planned out. Are you where you're going to go, what kind of houses you're going to see, because you can see some luxury houses too. And I find the more luxury the house, the more better the snacks. I don't know.
There's a little trade.
That's just how I would do it anyway. I mean, I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah. But now they're higher end chocolate chip.
But it's not that the 1-bedroom apartments get the dirty carrot, and we got dirty carrots here.
Yeah, and some expired ranch dip. Help yourself.
Ooh, the expired stuff's always the more delicious, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It has that tang.
It does. It has that little extra something that you just can't buy.
They should sell it for more. They shouldn't just give it away out of the back of the grocery store.
That's right. You buy grape juice that's fermented, it costs more.
No kidding. We're going to start a company.
Fermented ranch dip.
We call it expired. It's more of a futuristic word.
I think that's the name for a podcast. Fermented ranch dip.
Yes, I think I was in a heavy metal band actually once called Fermented Ranch Dip.
I love it.
Yikes.
Oh, that's good. Now somebody's going to steal that from us.
They are.
Trademark that. Get on that.
Actually, next month I'm going now. I've got tickets now officially to the new band, Fermented Ranch Dip.
Well, we should probably take a quick break on that, and we'll come back with more in a couple moments. If people want more information about
fermented
Remax,
ranch dip,
or that too, where can they go for Remax Magnolia info?
Well, you just almost said it yourself.
I almost got there.
MAXMagnoliaRealty.com.
There we go. We're back with more, hopefully, if they let us back after this.
Okay.